So, Maggie, what would you say is one change that you felt like God has been working in you during this trip?
I think the biggest thing that I have noticed is that by kind of like removing myself and like from like my friends and my family and the things that I found comfort in, I like was reintroduced to a lot of like anxiety and worry and like self-confidence issues. And so I've had to learn to find like my self-confidence and my peace solely from the Lord and have it literally be based on nothing else because there was nothing else because I was in a completely like new environment where I didn't know anyone and everything was really scary. But just learning to find like my identity and my comfort in the Lord only. And so that like no matter what situation I'm in, I'm not anxious. No matter what situation I'm in, I'm still like firmly grounded in who I am.
Wow, that's really neat. Sounds like He has really been working a lot in you.
Yes, it's been hard, but I guess like there's a little growth and comfort, you know.
Yeah, very neat. Okay. Well, Maggie, what would be like a funny story of like a cultural thing that's been different in the places that you've been?
This is a hard one because everything is so different that it's like hard to pinpoint a story because everything is so weird all the time.
Okay.
Like people staring at you wherever you go. Like if you're sitting on the bus, someone is always staring at you. I guess one story is one day we were riding home on our bus ride, and this man was trying to sneak a picture of me and my teammate, and he was like trying to be sneaky about it, but she noticed and she turned around and started talking to him and just being nice and friendly. And he was like talking in really like rapid English, but it was kind of hard to understand.
Sure.
And we had tried to have this conversation. It was good. It was fine. He took a picture of us, posted it on his Facebook, and my teammate like took a picture of the post so she could find it later, and she did. And one of the comments that was on this post was, "Wow, you should make her your stepdaughter."
Oh my. Well, that's great.
So, little things like that. It's just all around weird.
Yeah, yeah. Look at you having a global
But
impact.
different. Yeah. Oh boy.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. That's funny. Okay. Well, what's one of the ways, just in the different ministries that you've connected to and the different places that you've been, that you've seen God at work, just in a neat way?
I think like the one that has been like most recent and just kind of like the biggest impact on me was our ministry in Myanmar. It was this guy named V.T. Samuel, his wife Elizabeth, and then Elizabeth's brother Bilian, and they started this like home for children. So V.T. Samuel and Elizabeth have 4 children of their own, and they started off by taking in like 3 kids, and then it turned into like them having 19 children in this like 2-story house that's like pretty small. It's like built right up to the borders of their land. Like the house is literally like on the edge of the property. And just seeing like their faith in everything, because they don't have a like full-time supporter. Like they don't have a church or organization that supports them. They get it just from offerings from people who like
Wow.
in the community who are Christian, which there aren't very many, or like people who come to their little church service will give offerings, and that's how they support themselves and these children. And again they've seen like God show up in amazing ways and just faithfully support them and faithfully like give them the money that they need. But they also have such a vision and a hope for the future. Like they want bigger land so that kids can run around and they can be able to take in more kids. And the kids also have so much faith. Like they just like they sing to the Lord and worship with all their hearts, and they really like truly trust the Lord. and you can tell that this family has had such a huge impact on them.
Wow.
And these kids, they've come from like broken homes, and they've come from like circumstances that aren't good. Some of them live like hours and hours and hours away from their family so they can go to school. But they're all so happy. Like, they all have the joy of the Lord in them. And it was really incredible to get to work with them for a month. It was honestly just a blessed time.
That's wonderful. Wow. Very neat. Well, Maggie, I know a lot of us are curious about your itinerary, what you have left on your trip, and what's the rest of the trip look like for you?
Well, we spend one more month here in Thailand. We're currently in a town called Mai. We'll just be teaching English. It's the same town I was in December.
Okay.
And then after this, we head over to Swaziland, which we're all very excited for. And we're going to be there for another 3 months.
Okay.
And then I'll be heading home.
Wow. So 3 months in Swaziland, 1 month in Thailand, and then you'll be home.
Yep.
Well, we are very excited for you to come home. I imagine you are both excited and sad that you're more than past the halfway point.
Very excited. Very, very excited.
Well, good. All right.
It's been an amazing experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, but it's also been like a really hard experience, and I miss Calgary a lot. I miss my family a lot,
Yeah.
I also miss, the comforts of America a little bit.
Sure. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here.
Okay.